Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such an exciting show as we're going to grab a handful of the most basic ingredients such as frozen spinach, flour and eggs and create an extraordinary recipe. We're talking crispy spinach and cheese fritters. These are known as Tortitas Crujientes de Espinaca y Queso. And let me tell you, these fritters have a light crispy texture on the outside with a delicious flavor in the inside. The recipe is above and beyond easy to make. And the best part, it's all done in about 30 minutes. Folks, serve these fritters as a tapas appetizer or even as a side dish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jim Schaller and Barbara Eastman. Again guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm gonna heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. This is what truly makes a difference. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes, we'll add in 1 small onion that's been finely chopped and 3 cloves of garlic that have been roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously. That way they don't brown too quickly and it all evenly sautés. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the onions and garlic are lightly sautéed, we'll turn off the heat. Then we'll add in 8 ounces, which is 225 grams, of frozen spinach that's been thawed out into a colander with a bowl underneath, and using the back of a wooden spoon, push down on the spinach to release any of the excess water. You can also add the spinach into a cheesecloth and squeeze out the water. For the next step, let's start making the batter. I'm going to add in half a cup of all-purpose flour into a large bowl, which is 60 grams. We'll also add in half a teaspoon of baking powder, which is 2 grams. And whisk the dry ingredients together. Then we'll make a well in the middle. Crack in 1 large egg and whisk the egg. And then add in 1/3 cup of sparkling water, which is 90 milliliters, and whisk it all together until you end up with a smooth batter. You can also use club soda here, or even beer if you like. Once we end up with a smooth batter, we'll add in the spinach, along with the sautéed onions and garlic, which are now at room temperature. 1 cup of shredded cheese, which is 120 grams. I'm using a Spanish manchego that's been aged for 3 months, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And half a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. And that's the exact texture you want from your batter. If you see that yours is too thick or thin, you just adjust the amount of liquid you add in there. But like I told you in the past, these fritter batters are very forgiving, meaning even if you don't have them right on the money, you're still going to end up with delicious fritters. For the final step, let's start cooking them up. I'm going to heat the same fry pan with a medium heat and add in a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Once again, link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes and the oil's nice and hot, we'll start adding in spoonfuls of the batter. You want to make sure all the fritters are in a single layer evenly spaced out, so cook this in batches to not overcrowd the pan. And you also want to make sure as you're adding the fritters that you gently push down on them. And we're going to go between 3 to 4 minutes per side here, until the fritters are golden and crispy all around. And as you finish each batch, transfer fritters into a dish with some paper towels. Once all the fritters have been fried up, let's make a simple mayo alioli that truly complements them. I'm going to add in 2 cloves of garlic that are roughly chopped into a mortar, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Leave where you get the Spanish golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And a pinch of sea salt. And using a pestle, we'll pound down on the ingredients until we end up with a paste-like texture. You can also use a food processor here, hand blender, or even a NutriBullet. Then we'll add in half a cup of mayonnaise, which is 120 grams. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which is 5 grams. Squeeze in 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 5 milliliters. And drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. Then we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And give it a whisk until we end up with a beautiful creamy sauce. Then we'll transfer the mayo alioli into a serving dish and decorate the fritters around it. And check it out, folks, our crispy spinach and cheese fritters are done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give these a try and see how they turned out. Once again, folks, tortitas crujientes con espinacas y queso. As a lover of fritters, this I cannot wait to try. Moment of truth. Check that out. That texture truly says it all. You have that beautiful light crispy texture on the outside. The inside, so many amazing flavors with the spinach and the cheese really shining through. And that mayo alioli rounds it out for the perfect balance. Easy to make, simple ingredients. Give these a try at home. Once again, as a tapas appetizer, or even as a side dish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.